Hey Dream Team, this is Kenya. We are live. Today is, what's today? Monday, the 16th of February, 2015. And we have a great panel today. We have some new faces, so we're super excited. And some of us that have been around a while, but you guys are kind of trickling in here, so I will just give you a moment and do some welcomes. Welcome Patty and Catherine, Adriana, Bonnie, Cindy's on. Hey Charlie. Charlie, if you want to hop on, you're more than welcome to. Let me know. Dorothy, Donna, but Charlie, text me. Ed, Nancy, Lee, Kevin, we might have another man on with you, Larry, after all.
That'll work.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're here today, and the purpose of, if you guys can hear and see, just put it in the chat. But the purpose of this is for us to get together as a team and get to know each other a little better, because we get to hear so many great stories from the panel. But the other purpose is to give some of our guests who are not yet in DS Domination a little overview of what the company is, and then we share some stories, and our team members get a ton of encouragement from this. We do share some tips. It's not training, but you definitely will get a head start by plugging into these Hangouts. So welcome to everybody. Glad you're here. I'm just going to give a brief little short overview of DS Domination, and then we're going to just start sharing. But DS Domination is an incredible company because you don't have to recruit to make income. And that was what was most attractive to me when I first joined. I was in another company. I was doing well, but it was very frustrating to recruit people. And you kind of had this sinking feeling that, gosh, they're not going to make their investment back. And that was so depressing to me, as I'm sure others on this panel felt too. So DS Domination provides an opportunity for someone to come in at $20 a month, and that's at the pro level, and not have to recruit one single person to bring in money. That's not heard of in this industry. Usually your check is dependent on what other people do. Here, your check is dependent on what you do. So $20 is pro. That's eBay to Amazon stuff. And then we have Elite, which shows different sources where you're going to boost your income quite significantly from pro. And then there's Unleashed, which is a one-time product, and there is Monopoly, which is when you move over to the Amazon platform. And once you get to Monopoly, the goal is to get to Genesis, which is what my focus is on right now. Genesis is FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, and I just absolutely love it. That is like long-term business plan that is going to change your family, the other products do too, depending on where you're at, but this is like long-term business. This is like a completely separate thing from anything that you've experienced, because you could literally find one product that will make you a very full-time income, and all you will have to do once you find that product and get it moving is reorder it. So that is pretty cool. Again, my name's Kenya, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Dream Team. Trent Weideman is our partner, and we're happy to have you here. And I'm going to turn it over to Larry first and let him share his story. And Larry, if you want to add anything about the overview of DS Domination, I would love that.
Thank you so much, Kenya. It's really an honor to be on this panel. One of the reasons why I feel that it's an honor to be on this panel is I'm not necessarily one of the most successful people in this room, and that's okay. Because we all come from different walks of life. We all come from different backgrounds, and one of the coolest things about this business in general that got me excited is it's a level playing field. You know, you truly can come in with little knowledge of the internet. I had never sold anything online beyond, you know, just a thing here and there on eBay. I didn't even have an eBay account. I piggybacked off my wife's account and her PayPal account to get rolling. You know, and it's just been amazing. This I heard a saying one time, um, lost dreams found, something along those lines of lost dreams found, and that's something that has been incredible for me, because the dreams that I dreamt years ago and had, you know, I didn't forget those dreams, but the things that I dreamed about years ago, I've been able to rekindle those things, and it's given me a new level of excitement throughout everything that I do. But as far as an overview of DS domination, you know, it's something that's amazing about the internet, that you can take you can basically take a product and something that you never touch, and put just a little bit of profit on it, and keep that profit for yourself. And with a few clicks of the button, as a matter of fact, I sold something a little bit earlier that I might share on. With a few clicks of a button, this product is shipped to a consumer, and that money's going to stay in my PayPal account. The profit from that sale is going to stay in my PayPal account. So I don't have a boss that's telling me how much money I can make. I don't have anybody that's telling me when I have to work, or when I don't work, or is on my back if I'm not working. You know, it's all on me. I probably kick myself a lot harder than any boss would. So it's, you know, that I want to use the term magical, but there's no magic to it. It's consistent work. It's not hard work. It's consistent work, and we have everything that we need. We have the training, we have the platform, and the ownership of this company is second to none. And you know, I've heard that term a lot of times, but I truly believe it with this organization, because when you have guys that are already wealthy, and they're truly looking out for the little guy, and that's two cliche things I've probably said here in the last 30 seconds that make me roll my eyes. You know, oh, here it comes, sales presentation, and I'm so over it. You know, I just turned 48 this year. I am so over the hype. I'm so over fake it till you make it. I'm worn out on all this stuff. And this is real. You put consistent work into it, and it works. And with new things that they're introducing, it's an absolute. It's already a level playing field, but with new things that they're introducing, they're making it better and better, truly better and better. And without taking over everything, I'll stop with that. Thanks for letting me share.
Larry, I want to hear a little more about your story, and you know, how you came across DS domination. What, you know, where, you know, what do you do during, you know, your job? What do you do? Let us get to know you a little bit. Let's share a little more. I want people to understand that there are so many different walks of life that are all succeeding here. So go for it.
You know, I was
that easy.
I was in Amway years ago, and I spent 15 years chasing the dream. And the thing that I was not good at was recruiting. The thing that I was not good at was consistency. And you know, I did everything but recruit. I did everything but show the plan. And you know, I bought into the books, I bought into the tapes, you know, just everything. And some of the key things that are different about this business, and here I go with the business and not telling my story, but this is part of my story. This is part of the belief. I'm always looking for, where's the true money made? The true money is made by you daily, you know, doing things that the training tells you to do. It's all there in a nutshell. That's where the money is made, and the money goes into your pocket. There's no profit to DS domination when you sell a product on eBay. There's no profit. eBay gets their profit. PayPal gets their profit. That's something that we can't control. But DSD doesn't make money. DS domination doesn't make money on that product. So it took me I started in '92 in Amway, and I stayed in that business for about 15 years, and I was bruised, and I was not going to get involved in another network marketing business. And then this thing came along, and I looked at the same video that a lot of you that are on this webinar looked at, and I said, this guy's real. I'll give it a shot. How can I lose on $20 a month? Are you kidding me? $20 a month? And it's just been an incredible ride. I'm in the mortgage business, and I'm on the servicing side because I can't stomach writing loans anymore. Excuse my French, it's a scummy business. And but the servicing side, I got into that because I felt like it was something that I could really help people. But it's amazing to me that the job that I have now, within a 7 or 8 month period, the job that I had 7 or 8 months ago is completely different in comparison to what I'm doing now. And the mistake that I made was I've been around this too long, where I should have been putting time and effort into this the whole time, consistent time and effort. I did not. So this is a different year for me. It's not a new resolution year, but it's a different year for me. I have a different focus as far as the dream that I was pitched at my new job and the excitement that I had at my new job. It's the same thing that I go through in the same pattern, this honeymoon pattern that I go through at every single job that I've ever been in my life. And what I've always wanted to do was like what my grandfather did when I was a kid coming up. He had his own business. He worked for himself. I had so much respect for him. And I've always wanted a business of my own, and I'm probably the only one in my family that thinks that way. So that's kind of where I am today. And I'll tell you what, when you get rolling with this thing and you do what the training tells you to do, the other thing that I'm stubborn, and I get off into 15 different things in 15 different directions, and one of the things I know that I need to do is focus. And if you focus and you follow the leadership and what the leadership tells you to do, and this dream team, they are laser focused on promoting the training, promoting what the ownership of this company talks about, and staying on that course, and they're very successful doing that. Does that get me off the hook?
You're off the hook for now, but we'll come back to you. Thank you so much. That was awesome for sharing all that. I love the part about your grandpa. I have the same type of story. My grandpa was amazing, and just an entrepreneur. It's in my blood. And it sounds like it kind of got lost between your grandpa and you, and you're resurrecting it. So that's awesome. It's very cool. Okay, I'm just going from my right to left, and Kimberly is next. I'm really excited to have her on. She's pretty new to DSD and the team, and we got to talk a little bit last night, and I enjoyed hearing her story, and I'm not going to steal her thunder. I'm going to let her share it. So take it away, Kimberly.
Okay, thank you, everybody, and I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me, Kenya. It's a privilege, I must say. I was shocked when you asked me to come on because, like you said, I'm new to DSD. I have seen it around. I'm a marketer. I have made a lot of money online. I'm proud to say that. But the thing about making the money and being in other companies is that you can make the money, but is your team making it too? Not always. And that's where the breakage was for me. And no matter how hard I tried, no matter what I set up in training and different things like that, it didn't matter. It's really hard to duplicate another person. And not only that, if you did get a good team going and you were building, and then all of a sudden one day you log in and the company's gone, what do? So it's just like a 9-to-5 job then, where you do not have security. And just before Christmas, I was like, I'm done. I am so done with it all. I'm not doing any more companies. I'm just going to find something that I can do from home, and I'm not going to give up until I found something. And a really good friend of mine that I had been in a prior business with was posting constantly on his wall about DSD. And I knew that in his prior company, he was making a lot of money, like between 30 to 40,000 a month, and that's a lot to walk away from to join a new company. So I saw him posting consistently. You know, he's a really rough, tough kind of guy, and for him to be saying what he was saying, you know, I thought I'm going to just see what it's all about, because one day he made a post and said, no recruiting, no team building, you know, you do it on your time, your hours. You don't have to train. There's none of that if you don't want to. If you want to, you can. If you want to share it, you can. But if you don't want to, you just buy the product, use it, and that's it. And he was very firm with me when I came in with only, you know, buying the first $20 product and using that until I had results. He said, I do not want you to upgrade until I see you having results. Now, a marketer like me, I'm used to coming in and buying everything and, you know, just going in full steam ahead. And I didn't have to. And I saw what was happening, and I started to share it with some friends of mine that are networkers and online marketers. And we have developed a group, and I cannot tell you the success that everybody in the group is having. It's unbelievable. And I've never seen it in anything else that I have ever done. And what I love about it is that we're learning something that can never be taken away. You know, even if DSD, God forbid, you know, something would happen and they closed the doors and said, you know, it's done, we still have that education to go ahead and do with what we want to. You can never take that away. And I never realized it. It was sitting out there for years. I remember when it launched. I remember the launch. I remember people that bought it. And a lot of people said, it's so simple that I'm just going to buy it for my teenager and have them do it as a supplemental income for our family, because it's so easy. And kids know all that stuff now. And, you know, a lot of my friends were saying, oh, my gosh, they're making like an extra $10,000 a month, my 18-year-old. And then it was going up and up. And it still didn't click in my brain what it was. So, like I said, when I saw this person posting was when I finally got it. And I phoned him up, and I said, okay, I'm ready. And he said, are you sure? And I said, yes, I am so done with everything else. And I said, whatever I learn, I will share if it's duplicatable. If, you know, the other people can do it, I will definitely share it. And like I said, it's a company that when you learn it, you have it. And it doesn't matter where the company goes from there. But they keep getting better. I mean, the tools that they have, the support that you have, it's incredible. I've never seen anything like it. So, yeah.
Thanks, Kimberly. And, you know, we were talking last night about how, you know, you mentioned the tools, and I said, you know, when we started in, early September, end of August 2013, we didn't have any of these tools. Like, it was training, but we didn't have the extra tools, and so they just keep evolving and bringing new things and getting better, and so we're really proud of that with this company. And I don't...
And the other thing that I love, sorry to interrupt you, is that nobody, you know, tries to hide things. Nobody tries to keep it all for themselves. I find that everybody is so forthcoming with everything, and they share. Like, if they learn something, they can't wait to share it with you so that you can succeed as well. Whereas in the online world, people don't want to share because they want to be the top dog. So I find that really different as well with the webinars, you know, different things like that. So
yeah, it's in the online world, you're hard pressed usually to find someone to teach you about building a list or a landing page, or you know, how to market on Craigslist or YouTube or whatever. And you know, we offer that training. Trent works really hard, is really an expert at YouTube, and we have other training back there, Facebook and Craigslist and Pinterest, and all kinds of stuff. And it's there for the people who are a part of our team for free if they do want to market the affiliate side. Now, what's really cool is you can also use some of this marketing training to actually market your eBay or Amazon products. So it's very cool. So check it out. If you're here and you're a customer and you're not an affiliate, go look at the Pinterest training, because that's going to help you make sales on your items. It's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but Kimberly has made a ton of money offline in MLMs, online in online marketing, and I mean, to hear her say that this is the best thing that she's been a part of really blessed me, because I'm hooked. I'm a fan. But when I hear someone new who's come in, who's had all that success in other areas, it's just great. So thank you for sharing that, and we'll loop back around again.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hey, Susan. Oh, I can't hear you.
I just unmuted.
Oh, awesome. Okay, perfect. Some of y'all probably recognize Susan. If you Google, and I suggest, or go to YouTube, I suggest all of you do this. Go to YouTube and type in PayPal hold, I think.
PayPal jail.
PayPal jail. Type in PayPal jail and check it out. Go for it, Gordon.
Well, you want to hear my story, right? So, much like Larry, I was very sick of the whole MLM world. I had done, I think I had done 4 or 5. I lost track. I'm not going to take the time to count, but I had sold everything from skincare to jewelry to shakes to, I don't know, and it was always the same. I felt like I was working really hard, and what the result was, I was not making any money. I wasn't even paying for my monthly auto ship in any of these, and the worst part of it was the relationships. My family, everybody was kind of like, oh, get ready, here she comes. And so after the last one, I just thought, okay, that's it. My husband said, you need to make some money, so I got a part-time job working at home. And that was a sacrifice, because at the time I had, and I still have this, I had 2 preteens and 2 exchange students that were teenagers in high school. And so I had 4 kids in 4 different schools working part-time at home. My husband was working full-time, teaching 2 nights a week online classes for undergrad, and then also working on his doctorate. So that's when I started DS Domination. And I did not have a lot of time, but like Larry said, $20, I was like, shoot, I'm willing to fall flat on my face for $20, because I had watched Kenya post all these things about how she was so shocked that she had made money. She was so surprised that this person made money, and they spent this much time setting up this listing, but they made $20. And I started thinking, I am keying in these bills and at home, and that sounds like a little more interesting thing to me and more flexible, because I didn't have to. The job I was doing, I had to pick up my work at 6 a.m. and then I had to have it done by 10 o'clock that night, which sounds great, except, there's all these other interruptions and things, and once you start, you can't stop. So with DS Domination, I can list a couple things, and then I can go eat lunch or have coffee with a friend. And so I started in the first month. I started in November 2013 and made $400 or $500 the first month, and then every month it continued on. And it's been such a journey, because not only have I successfully made money at home, but it's also been a confidence builder for me, and it's been something where my personal growth has gone far beyond what it ever did in any of my previous businesses. So it's this full gamut of reward to my family, not just having the extra money that takes the pressure off my husband. And so it's been, I kind of like Larry, you know, I go into stores and I think, well, that I can sell that, because now I sell on Amazon too, not just eBay, and I think I can ship that in and make some money. So you do start looking at things a little differently, and I look at my time differently. You know, if you have 15 minutes, I can get an item up listed in 15 minutes, and I might make $30 on that. So it's been a lot of fun, and I like challenging myself to list more, to sell more, to be more. And the hardest part is it's addicting, because once you start listing, sometimes it's hard to pull away. But the biggest lesson for me is not, I have to work, and I struggle with consistency too. But the other side of that is I struggle with pulling away and making dinner and being there for my kids. So it's been a great thing to learn how to balance things while I'm making money, and I get to decide how much I work, when I work, and how much I make. If I want to give myself a raise, I can do that. I'm not at someone else's whim of doing what they want and hoping to God that they give me a 1.5% cost of living raise, because that's where most people are. And even if DSD closes up shop, I can still do what I'm doing. It's not, there's no loss for me. So it's been great, and I'm so grateful that I came in.
Susan, thank you. Do you mind sharing with everyone the process that you went through? You started at Pro, and then you upgrade, but can you go through that process?
I started at Pro for $20 a month, and within a week I made more than that back. I think I made $40 within a week. And so I very quickly upgraded to Elite, which was $99 a month, and I was very nervous about that. But at the end of the month, even though I spent the $20 and the $99, I still made a profit of $400 or $500. So obviously the $99 was worth it. And then I did that for a few months, and 3 or 4 months later I upgraded to Unleashed, which I don't remember what that is. Maybe that's a one-time $250. But each stage you get additional suppliers that you can use from, and additional tools and cashback opportunities. I mean, I think last month I got like a $250 PayPal deposit from one of the cashback companies. So that's, you know, it's kind of like, if I don't get that, it's like leaving money on the table, which I'm not about to do that. And then I went to Monopoly, which is another one-time payment, and that taught me how to sell on Amazon. And I found a phenomenal product there that I was selling out the yin-yang for a couple of months. And then I moved on to Genesis, and currently I'm working on getting my first product on Amazon from China. So it's, yeah, never dreamed that that $20 a month would lead to me being one of those Amazon Prime sellers. That's just incredible. That would have seemed so far-fetched at that point when I joined DSD. But you know, the first step, you don't know where the first step is going to take you until you take that first step. So you have to take that first step.
Awesome. Thank you, Susan. We'll come back. Carla Karam. I just see black.
You see black?
Yeah, I don't see you on the screen, but I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Really? You don't see me at all?
No.
Can you see me now?
No. But we can hear.
Oh, wonderful. Do you want just go for it then?
Yeah, I don't have to prompt you. You'll just take it away. I already know.
Yeah. Well, I'm Carla Karam. Hi, everybody. Coming to you from Texas here. Wow. Okay, no emotion involved here. This has just been an extreme journey. It all started with the $20 and watching Kenya do posts and the $20 and having had so many horrible experiences with other MLMs and other homes, especially when our budget was so tight and I needed to help my husband. Just take the pressure off of him. And I'm also a stay-at-home mom that homeschools our little girl that has Asperger's. And she also has some sensory issues. And so we have lots of fun because we never know what to expect on a daily basis. Even with that said, and making that first decision of $20, because I don't know about you guys, but heck, we could blow that $20. What McDonald's doesn't even really feed 4 anymore. You barely get 3 meals out of that. You can go to Starbucks, but you have nothing to show for it. I signed on last March, and it's just been an incredible journey. First of all, I never thought that that $20 would bring in so much training and so much. I feel like I'm a different person. You know, I look at things a lot differently today. I act differently. It's all from the training, and yeah, it's all included in the $20. Yeah, there's been some extra training that we've paid for, but all in all, it's been a life changer here. It really, really has. It's changed my family's life. Bringing in this money every month, it's been a little bit more. We've had lots of challenges with my daughter. It's really, really hard. It's hard to time block. It's hard to plan things. It's hard to even sign her up for sporting events or gymnastics or anything. We just never know what's going to happen. However, once bedtime comes, it's a different animal. I'm able to work. I'm able to list. Sometimes I go overboard, and I have to force myself to go to bed at 4 in the morning. Getting encouraged by the team. I have made what I feel. I don't know about you all, but what I feel I have made lifelong. I've had, a couple of skin knees, and because of your past and what you've been through, you have some scar tissue developed, when you haven't succeeded. So the encouragement and the motivation from people that didn't even know me, the help that has helped bring income into my household, that's you can't pay that kind of friendship back. It's so anything I can do to help the team. If anybody has a question and I know the answer, I try to help. I try to encourage others. There might be days where I don't make a sale, and it's okay. It's all right. It all come out in the wash. It's okay. I'm helping someone else. That's how I look at it. And I just try to do the best I can every day. And I look forward to this. I know that there's a lot of people that like their professions and like their jobs and everything, but this is my little piece of heaven at home. Especially dealing with a special needs child, it is my my peace at home. Just getting away from that a little bit, and the training that I have gained. Kimmy touched on it a little bit. Susan, Larry, the training that Kenya and for us has really. That's something that I get to take forever. It's changed me. It really has. I've improved on relationships, my marriage, even in the raising of my daughter. So this has all come out of spending that $20 and making barely enough to cover it the first month, doubling it the second Yeah, I mean, the second month, I think the first month I made $8. And that in itself, you know, we're all different. We all think differently. All our brains work differently. And lots of times I'm in a world by myself. You know, Larry touched on focus. You know, sometimes I see squirrels run by and the subject changes. So anyways, I try to do the best I can. And even with that obstacle, the first month I made $8. The second month I made $75. Then I made $150. Then $300. And I've been making $500 off and on consistently. You asked me why off and on. We've all mentioned about being consistent and listing every day and everything. Well, unfortunately, it's not for lack of trying on my end, and I'm not trying to make any excuses, but having a special needs child, I can't get to the computer every day, and I have inadvertently, without even trying, tested out those theories of consistency and working at it every day, even if it's just for 15 minutes. I've tested, I've tried it. So that's why my income has gone up and down a little bit. It's from those months that I wasn't able to fully and not be able to do it justice when I have a child that I need to tend to. You can get yourself in trouble, especially working with numbers. Especially working with numbers. You can leave off a digit and sell something that was $400 for $40. I've done it. I got out of it. I was able to still get positive feedback on it. And it's just been an amazing journey. I don't know what else to say, Kenya. I just, this is, wow. You know, and you share it with people. We always say, oh, well, we can bring the horse to water, but we can't make it drink. It's only $20. We're not signing up for a kit for $300 where you have to use it and you're not even making money off of it. You still have to recruit people for them to buy a $300 kit, for them to buy products, and then maybe you make a little money off of that. No, folks, I'm talking about $20 that gives you training for the rest of your life that they can't take out of my brain. And then the money that I make from eBay is mine. It goes immediately into my PayPal account. I get paid every day. I make a sale every day. I get paid every day. It's just the team, the company, Hitesh, Roger. That's another thing. These gentlemen could keep their knowledge to themselves and hoard it and laugh all the way to the bank and become gazillionaires. Are they doing it? No, they have a giving nature. They want to help others that are struggling, and they came up with a way. And you know what? They're releasing another phase that's having to do with trading and to help us even more. And there's 5 more phases coming up, folks. I don't know about you, but I'm in this for life. I didn't think that $20 was going to get me a new career, Kenya. I really didn't. And right now our goal is to replace my husband's salary. So here in 2 years, he'll be staying at home, helping me with the business, helping me homeschool Callie, and we can really rock this. And I know you can do it too. I know if we can do it, you guys can do it. I know it. I just got chills. You guys can do it.
That's awesome. I remember when you first started, your biggest thing was, I'm not a good recruiter. I don't want to recruit. I don't like it. You had been in a company before where you had to recruit and you hated it. And but you have a little team going now, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, the first time ever in my life. The first time ever.
Awesome.
And
That's awesome.
In Spanish, there's a saying, sin querer queriendo, meaning without wanting, you did it. Kind of. It sounds better. I don't know. You lose lots of stuff in translations, but without even. Okay, you see me here. I'm talking a mile a minute. Yes, I'm very effervescent. Whatever. I'm out there. But when it comes to recruiting something or someone, I have to believe in that product, and it was really hard for me to get out there, not being able to make up for that $300 kit and then asking you to fork over that same $300 or whatever it is. But right away, you start sharing in your successes, and before you know it, you're helping others. You're really truly helping others. And I need to focus back on my eBay to help my husband and my family and everything, but any opportunity that I can have to help somebody help their financial situation. And even with that said, they're holding on to that $20 like life like I did too. So, and I understand that. I totally understand that. But losing one $20 bill, okay, I had my dog eat $40. And I didn't realize it until I found it all chewed up. So to spend $20 or have your dog eat 40, you know, yeah, I have a little team going for the first time in my life. It is so way cool. I'm helping other families. I really, really am.
Congratulations. Christy said, this is the first time I've ever been able to have a team also. So this is not an isolated thing with Carla. Like, there are a lot of people in DS Domination who are not only making money for the first time ever in a home business themselves, but they have actually built some small teams, some large teams. I just nominated someone for the MLM Rookie Award with Business for Home. Steve Parker, he's on our team. And this man has never been in an MLM before in his life. He never even joined one and failed. He just never joined. So this was his first experience. And he has a team of over 100 people. So, you know, the numbers don't lie, people. The numbers just don't lie. And the beautiful part is building teams is not the focus here. It's helping you as an individual to make money. So it's very exciting. So let's go back around and let's just share some tips. And I'm going to share one for me that really because I know a lot of people that start this business aren't just sitting at home twiddling their thumbs. They're very busy. They either have full-time jobs, they have families, they have stuff going on. And for me, when I am time blocking, I am productive, and when I'm not, I'm productive, but I live in chaos. And it's not fun for anybody. So if you're thinking about joining this business, we don't want you to join for $20 and then never do anything. We want you to join, and then we want you to take action because we want you to make your money back. And I really feel like if you can time block however much time you can give every day or every other day to this business, and just, it's like an appointment. It's like you schedule an appointment at the doctor. And that's what you do during that time, and you focus on the business. That will keep you consistent, and that will create revenue for you. So that's my piece of advice. Larry, what do you got?
Everybody's been talking a little bit about. I think everybody has touched on. Putting a little bit of talked about consistency a little bit, and I remember years ago seeing old Zig Ziglar up on stage, and I think everybody knows who Zig Ziglar is. And if you don't, go check out all of his books at the library or buy all of his books. It's all good stuff. But I remember Zig Ziglar used to bring a pump on stage, and I think he had that thing chromed or gold-plated or whatever because he carried it around with him everywhere he went. And the reason why was he would get up on stage and he would talk about pumping that pump, the old-fashioned pump, where, you pump that thing like crazy, and after a while, water starts to trickle out of it. And everybody knows that principle. I'm not telling anybody anything new here. But whether that's, Kenya talked on something that's huge for me, time blocking. Here we are on a Google Hangout, and I'll tell you what, if I click on Facebook, I'm lost for 30 or 45 minutes. That may not be, that's definitely a way to market in this business, but it may not be the healthiest thing for you when you're just starting out. Time blocking is huge, and staying focused is huge, but it's putting that time aside on a consistent basis and sitting down and setting a small goal and writing out that goal, keeping it in front of you, and saying, I'm going to do 5 listings, or I'm going to do a video or what, wherever you come into this, putting that consistent time into your business will pay off. The thing about me is I run hot and cold. My wife tells me, Larry, you're all or nothing. And that's a problem. It's an issue. But they say with any issue that the first thing that you have to do is be aware of the issue. And if you can't admit to or be aware of the issue, you can't get past it. So when I'm on, I'm all there. But when I'm not, I'm running away. So balance is a key with that. If you have a lot going on in your life, even at work. They've done mandatory overtime, and it drives me nuts because it takes me away from my business and it takes me away from my family. The money may be decent, but I was thinking matter of fact, yesterday I posted on Facebook about a closet that I put together for my daughter, and I spent the majority of the day putting a closet system in her closet, which was very wonderful and it was rewarding, but I was thinking about how much money that I saved on the installation, and then thinking about a couple of products that I sold online the other day, and sitting there thinking maybe I could have done better just paying for that and working my business. You don't know where that's going to take you down the road, so putting that consistent time and effort in every day, you're pumping that pump like old Zig Ziglar used to do. And in this business, that trickle pretty quickly turns into a stream. And after a while, you've got that going full blast, and you can't stop it. And it happens when you sleep. It happens when you're at your job. There's been many times when I've looked at my phone when I'm so busy at work, and there's been a sale there, and I'll tell you what, you talk about a burst of energy to get you through the day. It's hope more than anything. It really is. It's hope that not only what you're doing and you're putting time and effort into is working, it's hope that maybe there is actually something real and something better, and that it works. And when you put the time and effort into it, it really does. So that would be my elongated tip for everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, Larry. Yeah, that Facebook is a time suck. And Dee just posted, she said, I have to shut Facebook off during my time to list, then I don't get distracted. It's easy enough to catch up after. And she's absolutely right. Even Facebook, when you're running a business, you can block time. If you're working full-time at this business, you can easily block an hour a day to do your Facebook stuff. That should include marketing. If you're not full-time, before you go to bed, 20 minutes at night, catch up, check the pinned posts in the important groups, connect with your friends, and but block it out. If you keep your Facebook window open, you're going to do what I do, which is if I keep it open and I'm in the middle of doing working on a training or working on some marketing or listing or whatever, what I do is I keep checking the Facebook. I keep clicking on it, and if there's a message there, I feel like I have to answer it right away. Well, guess what? If they have to wait a little while for an answer, it's not going to kill them, and you're going to be more productive. So that's good. I'm going to give it to Kimmy. Go ahead.
Okay. What will my tip be? I've told this to a couple of people on my team, and I think I said it on a Hangout one time. But one of the best tips that I've ever been given, and I learned this from David Wood, was to get a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle, and on one side of that line, put closer, on the other side, put further. And as you're doing things through the day, when you have a decision to make, look at that list and think, is this getting me closer to my goal or further away from my goal? And because you make hundreds of decisions every single day, but when you write it on a piece of paper, I don't know what it is, but it changes it. And you make different decisions because you say, okay, by me going on to Facebook for an hour or 2 hours and it's not income producing activity, it's just doing stuff and you get caught up in it, it's not getting you closer to your goal. If you wanted to get so many listings up that day, even if it was 2, if doing other things is getting you further away, then think more about what's going to get you closer to your goal. And it's that simple. And it's kind of like time blocking, but it helps your brain to realize that making decisions and the impact that the decisions that you make have on your life. Because I didn't tell you guys in the beginning, but I'm also a single stay-at-home mom. I have a 9-year-old son. I was also in a car accident in 2009, and I go for weekly Marcaine injections in my hip because I have a chronic back injury. So there's some days that I can't get out of bed. So I'll pull my laptop, my iPad, or whatever it is, and I can do my work from bed. And I wait till my son goes to bed at night, and then that's my time to do my work, and that's how I've done it. So again, like all you guys have said, we all have challenges, we all have lives, but there are ways to work around it if you really, really want it.
I love that. I love that idea because you can take that idea and you can apply it to everything. You can apply it to work. You can apply it to your finances. Okay, you can apply it to dieting. Okay, is drinking that sweet tea going to get me closer to my goal or further away from the goal? I mean, that's so awesome. I love that. I'm going to do that.
It is simple, but it really changed the way that I did things. Because when you write it on a piece of paper, it's like, no, that is not getting me closer. It's getting me further away. So maybe I won't do it because we're so quick now to make decisions. We don't really stop to think. And that list makes you stop and think.
Awesome. Okay. Susan, what's your piece of advice?
Wow, so many great things have already been said. It's hard to know. I think the thing that I notice when I like what was said about Facebook, and I do that. I just check in once or twice a day on Facebook, and really the only thing I miss is a lot of drama. It's I get sucked into Facebook and I get sucked into TV series on Netflix, and what I've noticed is that it just it kind of ruins my motivation for anything, and creates this critical mindset. So I think outside of that, my biggest tip is following the training, because when I do check in the Facebook group, a lot of questions come up and a lot of problems come up that could be avoided if the training was rewatched. And I've been doing this for over a year, and I can't even tell you how many times I've watched every single module. It's been more than 20 times. And I know people that watch some of it every single day, and they've been doing it for as long as I have. And that makes the difference. Watching the training over and over and over, and attending the live webinars that Roger gives us, because he's always throwing out little tidbits, and you never know when that's going to happen. And if you're not there to get it, then you're going to miss it. But it also keeps you motivated and enthusiastic. It's very easy to sit at home and kind of lose your momentum because you're all alone and not connected and not watching the training and not attending the webinars. And I think a lot of people complain that it doesn't work, or they had this problem or that problem, and every single time has come down to they didn't watch the training or they didn't rewatch the training. And so I think that's the biggest thing, because if it's not in the training, it's probably unwise to do it, whatever it is. So I like to stick with what, I look at Roger. Roger did this for many years. He made a lot of money. And so I'm going to do what Roger tells me to do. I'm not going to do what someone else tells me to do because that would be stupid. I'm going to get what they get. I want what Roger has. So I want to listen to what Roger says.
Great advice. Thanks, Susan. Okay, Carla.
All right. Can you hear me yet?
Yes, we can hear you. Carla? Not anymore. We can't hear you.
Okay, how about now?
Yes.
Okay, you can hear me now. I feel like the commercial. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, I'm surprised. I was going to go, gosh, I hope no one takes my tip. No one takes my tip. And look at that. Everybody's given awesome tips. Stick to the training. There's silly questions sometimes. And I don't mean to say it like that. I don't want to offend anybody. But yeah, the training has a lot of it. And if you really want to use the people that have been around the longest, because they have seen everything unfold and they've learned things. And if you really want to use their time wisely and get good advice, then my gosh, use them on good things, not on stuff that's on the video. But anyways, everybody's given wonderful tips. My tip is if you decide to spend that $20, okay, that means you are making a decision to try to better your life, right? So with that said, don't go in it with the mindset of, oh, it might not work or whatever, and if it doesn't work, I'll just bail. I want you to do this for me. Please do this for me. Go into it with the mindset that you cannot fail. Whatever you do it for 6 months. Give yourself 6 months. After that 6 months, if you have not made your money back and then some, and if you have not created a business, and by all means, then DSC domination is not for you.
That's great advice.
That 6 months, really give it your all and have the mindset that no matter what you do, you're not going to fail. And watch the training. Watch it. As you have a question, go back to the training. Think about what it has to do with and go to those videos. The videos are nice and short, guys. It's not this like 3-hour webinar that you have to, oh my gosh, I'm bored as death. Here, I don't know if you've noticed, I have a little ADD going, so it's perfect. They're 3 to 7 minute videos. I think the longest was 10, and I was like gasping for air. But really, honestly, they're very short, quick videos. You take tons of notes. You can pause, go, whatever. But do yourself and your family a justice, please. Just make that choice of spending that $20 for 6 months and give it your all. Just don't think of anything negative. Do what your leader is doing. Do what your leader's doing. Check in on Facebook. Watch the webinars. But do give it your all. Give it a chance, because that's the advice I took from my father-in-law. And it changed my mindset going into it. He gave me that advice going into it. So right away, my mindset was set. Okay, I can't fail. 6 months. And then I didn't look at the calendar again. And when 6 months were up and gone, it had been 7 months. And so here, next anniversary. So I'm like so super excited. This is so cool. So please give it your all. This is $20. You're not spending $300. You're not spending on some MLMs. I think upwards of $1,000, and even that, it's $20. A couple of trips to Starbucks. I think you can do without Starbucks for a little bit. You might get a headache, but you'll be okay. Drink a soda pop. Please give it your all. Just do that for yourself, for your family, for your why.
Thank you, Carla. Yeah, we had a lot of great advice today. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every panelist on here, Larry and Kimberly and Susan and Carla. You guys are awesome. You guys, we have new panelists every week, so if you are a member of our team and we know a ton of people are succeeding, but it's really hard for us to keep track of it, of everybody who doesn't mind being on camera. If you are interested in joining us on a panel, just send me a message. Let me know, and we'll talk. Okay. Aside from that, I do want to just mention a couple of things. The first one is if you are on our team already, or if you are going to join because of this hangout and you're ready to pull the trigger on that $20 Change Your Life opportunity, then make sure you're getting the emails from the team. And the way that you do that is your sponsor should send you a welcome email that has instructions on how to plug in. If you did not get that from your sponsor, the letter is also in the Facebook group in the files under, it's called Welcome Letter, and it tells you how to plug in. Read the details in that letter. Just like when you watch the training, pay attention to the details, because the details are what make or break you. The details are what plug you in or don't. The details are what get you making money or don't get you making money. So let's do that. And I want to let you all know that if you are here and visiting, get back to the person that got you here and tell them you're ready to join, and we'll see you inside the group. We will be having a new member orientation training in the next couple weeks. I will announce that date. I'm just waiting on Trent's schedule, and then that'll be a great time to learn the ins and outs. We're going to go through a whole entire process of I just signed up, now what? And we're going to take you through everything from the DS domination side to the Dream Team side. And I know that that will be a great help, so get your people on it. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.